Everything's looking good so far. Tuesday, so we started this account last Wednesday. We funded the account. I didn't get much trade in last week. I had quite a bit of work to do, but then I got in some trades. I did a live session on Friday for an hour. Got in some trades there. Got in some more trades. I explained what I was doing, the setups, the thoughts behind the setups. So I had layered into Amazon. I didn't quite get 100 like I wanted. I said I wanted to get at least 100 of these, but I did get 90. And then I layered into some of these Bitcoin mining stocks. This one here was just a play. This was just supposed to be a quick play off of a chart setup. I don't know what this stock even is or what it does, but the chart was set up perfectly for a little bounce. As you can see, these are very small position sizes, right? But that's the goal. We started this account with 25,000 last Wednesday, so not even a week ago. And, you know, we're already up almost $1,500 in a week. And what you'll see is as this account grows, profits will accelerate, right? At first, I think that first day I made like $20 trading, right? But the goal was to make sure this account stays over 25,000 so I have unlimited day trades. It's important if you're day trading to keep your account balance over 25,000. But I wanted to start with the minimum allowed. That way more people could join in on this journey. I know not everybody will have 25,000. And if you're a new trader, you shouldn't really be putting any money on the line. You can go to this little paper trading tab and just do paper trading. It's right here on the left side of your Webull account. If you don't have Webull, it's my favorite exchange by far. Tons of data, the built-in screeners, all kinds of stuff. Either way, let's check out some charts. So we got Bitcoin ripping. It broke over this 17,600 level, right? Broke over all these levels here. So it's ripping pretty good. This is on a daily. Daily Stoke is ripping back up pretty high. Could run out of room. Actually, this one might just wiggle around up here because we're seeing right here, this is a BBWP coming off of extremely low volatility. And very soon, probably by the end of day, this is going to cross to the upside of this moving average. And generally, when you have across the upside of that moving average after a very low volatility read with the blue fat flashing in the background, you're going to have quite a big rip. So we could rip up to this next level around, I would say in between 18,500 and 19K would be the next area of resistance, probably over these next few days or week. So good bounce so far. It's what we were expecting. I was talking about this setup, how we have this rounded bottom, then we put in this higher low bounce, then we were flagging out here above this whole area, and that's what gave me the setup for getting into those Bitcoin mining stocks. Because, you know, with this account, I'm mainly just going to be trading stocks. After that FTX debacle, I kind of pulled all my money off of crypto exchanges. So I just have all my crypto in wallets now. And if I want to trade, I just use Uniswap. It's a decentralized exchange and I can trade directly from my wallet. So it's a lot safer. I really didn't feel comfortable with holding assets on a crypto exchange right now. So for that reason, I'm just going to be trading stocks with this account for now. I might figure out a way to do it later in the year, and we might do a little crypto trading as well. But I do trade crypto. That's where my main account is. I trade a lot of it, and this morning has been absolutely fantastic so far with that low CPI read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to get out of some of these positions early this morning. Market opens in about 30 minutes. 28 minutes now till market open. So far, everything is ripping. Pre-market, I mean, everything's up high. The inflation expectation was 7.3%, and it came in at 7.1. Immediately, markets just started ripping. So everything loved it. Let's go a rundown. Here's the Dow Jones futures. So we're going to see this daily stoke is going to cross back to the upside today. It looks like it already has. We're making a new high above this high, which was also above this high. So we've now made a higher high and a higher low. If we close today's daily over this, that's going to start looking really good. Really good. Let's look at this. I mean, here's the all-time high right here in the Dow, right? So we came all the way down here. I identified this double bottom really before I started doing these live streams. So that's a little unfair. So I'm not going to really say I called that. But this is when I started loading pretty heavy into some longer term positions. I saw there was a lot of bottoming signals on a lot of markets. And it was signaling across the board. And then we had, even Bitcoin was looking fantastic, right? We looked like we had, then this bottom here, we were recovering, boom, FTX collapsed. I got out somewhere around here when it was collapsing. And then I bought back in over here, and back into some crypto assets. Because I did feel like it was going to recover already until that black swan event, and then that was massive capitulation. But let me show you why. You see this volume candle? That was one of the first videos I did on the basics of trading, is paying attention to volume. And if you pull this out to the weekly, that was the highest weekly volume candle ever. And on Coinbase, this isn't measured in dollars. This is actually measured in the amount of Bitcoin. So we're talking more than the COVID crash, and that's when Bitcoin was $4,000 and $5,000, right? So the amount of BTC traded here was actually higher than here, and the price was 3 times as high. So imagine the level of capitulation that happened here. I know a lot of people are calling for 10K, and I'm not saying it can't happen, but a lot of people have to sell for the price to go down. You need more sellers than buyers, and I just don't see that happening right now. Like, who's going to unload after a candle like this? Look what generally happens after a large candle like that. Boom, recover. You got a boom right here, big capitulation, a little sideways, boom, recover, right? Same thing with this kind of blow off top one here. High volume, blow off, goes opposite direction, right? Same thing here, blow off, then it goes opposite direction, right? So trend, blow off candle, I would expect it to go the opposite direction. Just my thought behind those trades. All right, jump back in, make sure nothing's going against me. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start looking for a few more risky picks, and we're going to go for, I'm going to get out of some of these like MOTS. I might build a little into this ship. These are really some low cap stocks that can rip really hard. So I do have very small positions in these, but these are some stocks that can rip up like 100% in a short period of time. So I just wanted a little bit of exposure to some high risk, high reward stocks as I try to build this account, right? I'm going to need exposure to some risk, but as you can see, you really don't. This is only I mean, I only paid $8,000 for this position, and it's up $500 in like a week. So you don't, or less than a week, really. Like, I think I started buying this on Friday, so like in 3 trading sessions. So I'm just trying to show that you don't really have to use a lot of money to make some money, right? And then over time, you're going to compound these gains, and then you can go into larger position sizes and you'll make more and more. But the key really is to learn how to manage your risk properly and not to take large losses. And I've never seen anybody know how to do that right out the gate. So that's what took me some time. Really, it's just the ego part of admitting when you're wrong. You got to get out of your trade when you're wrong. That's the way it is. That's how you'll survive in this game. But markets will open here in about 22 minutes. I wasn't really planning on doing a live session this morning, so I don't know how long I'm going to let this run. I'm going to look at the screener, see what else is going on, see what these pre-market movers are. HTGM, that thing's been ripping for days now. Up again. I like to look at these sector ETFs. You build these out in your favorites. Click this little edit watch list, and you can kind of build out your sectors and then your favorites. I like this sector ETFs tab. This lets me know which sectors are running the hardest this morning. And it looks like tech, materials, real estate. I like tech for the rebound and real estate. I don't have any exposure to real estate right now, so I might start looking into some individual real estate stocks to play. Obviously, the sectors that were hit the hardest by inflation are going to rebound the hardest as inflation goes down. So 7.1 is still pretty high. But the good thing is it's trending down month after month after month, and that's exactly what Powell said he wanted to see before he started to pause or cut rates. So that's pretty good. So I'm probably going to look for some real estate sector plays, and then what I'll look to do is probably unload some of these smaller positions, and then I'm going to start to plan an exit on Amazon as well. This is a trading account, right? I'm not looking to hold these forever, right? This one looks like it's gotten rejected at this before we get to this 200 a few times. But currently, where are we at? 94.70 pre-market. So we're about $1 away from that. Right, so we're like right around here. So we're going to have to watch the market after market open, watch how the options trading starts going, see if we start selling off. If we do, I'll get out of that position and take those gains. I'll take $500 in a couple days on a small position. This is 6% gains. I mean, look at the gains on some of these positions. So that's why you don't need large size to start. What you need is to win and then compound over time. So that's kind of my plans for this. I'll look for some other plays. Probably going to get out of this MOTS. I think we'll get a little pop in the morning. Oh, look at that ask is way up there though. I'll probably wait to see what happens at market open. Some of these low caps don't really do much pre-market. So, but either way, I'll look to exit some positions, reposition myself. I'll be looking for Bitcoin to see what it does around this 18,500 level. Definitely, first things first, want to close over 17,600 on a daily. Would like to see multiple 4-hour candles open and close above that 17,600 level. So I'm still looking to ride these Bitcoin mining stocks. I'm going to hold on to those, especially Coinbase. I really was trying to get more of these, but got a little too greedy on my entries. Let's check this one out. This was a good opportunity, this Coinbase. Let's type it in up here. So I got it right off of this low here. Similar thought to Bitcoin and everything else, right? It probably would have bottomed with the stock market. Looked like it was recovering. And then we had that FTX breakdown. So it had just come down ever since. But as I saw Bitcoin recovering, I thought this one might have a really good chance to bounce. And I would like to see it get back over this daily 21 EMA right here, right around at like 47 bucks. 46.55. Like to close over that. Then I think we could push up, reach towards this green 55. Also this previous high right here, around $57. But as you can see, this stock is beat down really hard. Now I am watching some regulation coming out. The SEC is expected to crack down on the crypto industry pretty hard. Following the FTX debacle and that, scam artist. I don't know why I'll call it a debacle. We'll just call him a scam artist for what he is. But he got arrested last night, so that was fantastic news. They arrested him in the Bahamas. So the Bahamian police arrested him, and I believe FBI is trying to get him extradited to the U.S. We'll see how that plays out. And then the SEC is filing separate charges for fraud. So either way, it just means there's going to be a lot of regulation coming in this industry. So I'll be looking out for that. If any regulation comes out that negatively affects Coinbase's books, let's say they have to delist a bunch of cryptocurrencies because they don't meet regulation anymore or whatever. So just something to pay attention to. I don't have the fear. I think the industry is going to be fine, but it is something I'm going to pay attention to, right? I'm not married to any of these assets. These are trades. The entire goal is to grow this account by as much as possible. I'd like to grow it by at least 100,000 in the next year, just to show it's possible to, to take an account that start with 25,000, just so you have unlimited day trades, and just start with that and build from there. I just want to show that it's possible so people could make an extra income. I am not a full-time trader. This is not my job. I'm a mortgage loan officer. I do mortgage loans for a living, and then I trade on the side. So for this morning, I mean, if I wasn't doing this stream, I'd already be out of this and moving on to something else. And then I'll just I'll look to get out of some of these positions that I don't really care about and don't want to hold. And then I'll look to reallocate some to, like I said, that real estate sector is looking pretty beat down. I might want to allocate some funds to that. And of course, I love the tech sector, so I'll be looking for another play in the tech sector as well. But those are kind of my overall thoughts. I'll check back in over time. Like I said, this isn't my full-time job, so I probably won't be doing a trading video every day, but I will try and do them at least a couple times a week, just to give updates and show where we're at and my thoughts behind these plays and what I'm going to do. So I like I said, I'm looking at some real estate next. I'll need to do a little research into what I like. There is a company that I do like. It's a brokerage that's been growing a lot, and that's EXP. And I know this stock is beat down a lot too. So let's look at this chart on the daily. Right, so this thing peaked out at $164, and it is now at $12.40 pre-market. But you're noticing something real similar to that Bitcoin chart, right? You had that climb up, rejection, similar to most markets, but it hasn't really recovered yet. But it's starting to wiggle right around this line, and then look what's going to happen. If it closes over this 10 and 21, 10 is going to stay over that. Most likely we'd go to test this at 13.20. So EXP is probably the next stock play I'm going to pick, but I do want to look at a couple of other charts just to compare it. But I really do like EXP as a company. I like what they're doing. I like watching the growth there. There's a lot of agents that I know personally that have switched brokerages to this company. So I just see a lot of growth with this company. And I think that the stock is beat down more than it should be. I'm sure they're picking up agents during this bear market. I think they charge like lower brokerage commission splits or something. Don't quote me on it. I don't know everything about it. I just know as a mortgage lender, and I know a lot of real estate agents, I've seen a lot of people go to this company, and I watched this rise here. And this was just amazing watching this thing go up. So I would like to be a part of it going back up, as I think the real estate market will recover as interest rates start to go down. Let's look at these interest rate charts real quick. I wanted to show you something. The funny thing is, I texted my brother on this day, and I told him this would be the top on rates, and sure enough, it was. Not bragging or anything, man. That was just my guess, right, based on a historical trend. I think it was based on a weekly, probably something around here. And then also the inflation looked like it had peaked to me. Oil and gas looked like it had peaked as well. So we're noticing here after, this is interest rates, mortgage rates going from 2% to 7.5%. Now we're back down to 6% or so. It looks like it's going to continue trending. The DXY, we talked about that, was in a massive up channel, just broke down. I do expect this level to hold at least for a bounce, this 103 area here. If we lose this area, next target would be right here, 101. But I would expect a bounce here, maybe a bounce back up to this 105 area. We did kind of get that just recently, actually. Just a couple of days ago, we bounced up there. But either way, we'll see. The Dixie can take quite a while. This is on a weekly chart, so this one can take a while to break down. But that's good. Equities are loving it. As we can see, pre-market, the Dow's up 860 points. S&P 500's up 120 points. NASDAQ up 469 points. Absolutely amazing. So looks like we're going to have a good day. We could be running into resistance here soon, right? Don't forget Powell talks tomorrow. That's another reason why I'm going to want to exit some of these positions. Powell talks tomorrow. He's probably going to come in hawkish, especially after a day like this. He really doesn't want to see the market rally 1,000 points, right? The day before he hikes rates. He's probably going to hike 50 basis points. This is what I like to use, this CMEgroup.com. I just type in CME Fed Watch Tool, right? And this tells you FOMC meeting is 1 day and 3 hours, countdown clock. And then they give you, where's the chart? There's the chart. They give you this chart of a breakdown of what are the probabilities of the next Fed rate hike, right? So it's an 80% probability they're going to hike by 50 basis points. this is what they're going to do. He's going to hike by 50. We all know that. That's baked into the markets. What we don't know is what's he going to say after that? Is he gonna say we're almost done? We got another quarter to go. We got 2 more quarters to go. He's probably going to sound more hawkish than what he's actually going to do, in my personal view. I'll show in my next stream. I'll have the chart pulled up. There's a chart showing what their interest payments are on all this debt as they raise the rates, and I think it's like $800 billion now, just the interest payments on the debt. So they can't leave these rates too high for too long. They'll most likely cut, but he's going to talk tough to put a little fear in the market, so markets don't run away and start rallying and inflation comes back. Right? He doesn't want everybody too excited, so he's probably going to try and calm the markets a little tomorrow. So it's probably a good idea to take some profits today. I'm not going to exit all my positions, but I will take some profits for sure, and then look to reallocate. I may even look for some short positions going into tomorrow. There's probably some stocks that have rallied a little too much, and little irrational exuberance off of still rather high inflation number, right? 7.1%, still pretty high, but we're heading in the right direction. I do love to see it. Either way, just wanted to thank you so much for joining us today. I will follow up with another live stream, and we'll look to grow this trading account over this next year and see what we can get it to. So thank you so much. Y'all have an awesome day. Be safe. Go make some money. Thanks a lot.